Hello, Tiger fans, and welcome to the Purple and Gold Report. I hope everybody had a great Merry Christmas, and I hope the new year of 2026 is great for you. I have great hopes for our LSU Tiger football team, and it should be exciting. But the most exciting thing coming up right now is the transfer portal. This Friday, January 2nd, is when the NCAA transfer portal opens. I believe it's January 2nd through the 16th. Now, I know many of you are hearing about all the different LSU players that are announcing they will be entering the transfer portal. Now, let's just talk about this for a second. Well, first, let's go over the list and see everybody who has announced so far as of early this morning. First of all, let's go look at the offensive linemen. Offensive lineman Paul Mubenga. Offensive lineman Tyree Adams. Offensive lineman Cohen Eccles. Offensive lineman DJ Chester. Offensive lineman Carius Kern. All right. Then we've got defensive back Javian Toviano, quarterback Colin Hurley, running back Caleb Jackson, running back Juwan Johnson, defensive tackle Ahmad Bro, cornerback Ashton Stamps, wide receiver Jelani Watkins, and wide receiver Kylan Billiot. We also have one of the most recent ones, the son of the athletic director, Verge Osbury. His son, Austin Osbury, has announced that he will go to the portal. Now, let's talk about what does this all mean? Where is this coming from? Do these players not want to play for LSU? Well, folks, as you all know, the times have changed tremendously. It's a financial decision as well as a love for the school decision. Now, from my understanding, Lane and his coaches have been evaluating these players. And then they sit down with the player. And let's say this offensive lineman has been making, I don't know, I have no idea what the numbers are like, but let's say he's been making $100,000 a year to play for LSU. And, after Eric Wolford and Lane Kiffin and Billy Glasscock, the finances guy, all look at the numbers and look at everything, they say, we can't continue you at the $100,000, but we'll offer you $65,000. Well, the player may not like that, or their parents may not like that, or their manager may not like that. So they're like, okay, I'm going to try the market, which they very well can. Now, some of these players may have been flat out told, hey, you need to go ahead and go into the portal. Thank you for your time here at LSU, but we're not going to be needing your services in the future. Now that sounds pretty cold, doesn't it, for a college kid? But again, the times are changing. It's more like the NFL. Heck, I just found out the other day they've got NIL in the high schools, in some high schools. It's a whole new wild, wild west out there. So the portal exodus has begun. You've seen it out there. Look at all the big-time quarterbacks that are planning on making a move. They got quarterbacks out there who have played for 4 different schools in the last 4 years. It is a totally different world. And there's talk of LSU spending close to $30 million in NIL money this year. So it's going to be something to watch. LSU, of course, needs a a strong quarterback. We're going to have to get some offensive linemen to go with uh, to Braylon, our center, and you know it's going to be fun to watch. Now, is it going to be possible for Lane Kiffin and his team of coaches to get a team strong enough to make the playoffs next year? That's a pretty tall order. I'm not saying they can't do it, but you know, let's just be honest. It's going to be difficult. It may take it may be 2 years before Lane gets us into the playoffs, but we'll see. It's going to be strong. It's going to be interesting to watch. So on Friday, January 2nd, the portal exodus will begin, and LSU will be bringing in players and signing players, and it's going to be exciting to watch. Now, let's talk a little bit about that bowl game. Do we have to? Look, you can watch that and see why so many of our offensive linemen are going into the portal, because I just can't imagine that LSU wants any of them. Well, maybe, Carius Kern. That is a big, beautiful kid. And I'd hate to see him go back to Arkansas and play for those Razorbacks. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. It's going to be interesting to watch for sure. Again, it's a new wild, wild west. Now, again, that football game, it was obvious that we had many defensive players who had opted out for various reasons, or they couldn't play because of injury. And, Harlem Berry, I think he touched the ball 3 times in that game. Harlem Berry looked great. Harlem Berry was the best running back out there. And so, yeah, the kid fumbled and he never saw the ball again. I mean, do you punish a kid like that? Or do you say, hey, this is what you did wrong? Do you understand what you did wrong? All right, get back out there and let's get this. We really miss great coaching. I hated watching that game. There were so many mistakes made. And then when the coach gets called for unsportsmanlike conduct and pushes them basically into the end zone, it was hard to watch. And I really don't want to talk about it anymore about it because I'm tired of the Kinder Texas Bowl. I'm tired of going to the Kinder Texas Bowl. I don't want to go to the Kinder Texas Bowl again, right? All right, Tiger fans. Again, I wish you a happy 2026. I hope it is fun, exciting, and prosperous for you and your family. Again, thanks for watching the Purple and Gold Report. I'll be putting out another video, you better believe it, once that portal opens up on Friday. Happy New Year, everybody. Take care and go Tigers.